Uh, Hello everybody. Is this okay? I don't like the look of it. It's too low. Um, so happy Friday. Uh, Yesterday there were no fireworks in Alaska because we have this fire hazard, wildfire hazard nowadays. So it was forbidden. So I didn't hear any fireworks. Okay, so this, which is fine. I mean, it was nice and quiet, so that was good, in a sense. Um, well, I kind of feel sorry for other people because they enjoy fireworks. So, but oh well. So let's talk about something else. Let's talk about humanology. Nowadays, we restart talking about humanology, right? Um, so humanology, probably an instructive way to think about humanology is to contrast it with psychology and psychiatry. When we say psychology, it includes psychiatry. Okay, so in humanology, what we focus on, our solution is simple. Okay, it's cure all, panacea, nectar, ambrosia, whatever you call it. Okay, it's diet and exercise. Okay, that's it, pretty much. Healthy diet and regular exercise. That's it. That's the key to happiness. Okay, and then you should have your career, right? The job satisfaction, and also good relationship, like romantic relationship, also familiar relationship, friendship, good friendship. Okay, it's common sense, really. Okay, that's it. But diet and exercise, that's necessary. Okay, and no marijuana, no tattoo, no piercing, because that's very destructive. It ruins you. All right, and also no prescription drugs either. Okay, because they fry your brain. All those prescription medicine like psychoactive medicine, like whatever it may be, the kind of drugs that your psychiatrist prescribe you, it's gonna fry your brain. Okay, it's gonna ruin you. All right, or any painkilling, whatever medicine, any doctor's prescription medicine. Okay, I know sometimes it's necessary, but you better quit it as soon as possible. Okay, because they're addictive. Okay. Or how about alcohol and tobacco? Let me tell you something about alcohol and tobacco. Okay, the way we humanologists see alcohol and tobacco is, yeah, they're drugs. Yeah, it is dependency, and it is addictive. Okay, alcohol and tobacco, but it's the safest, the healthiest drug there is. Okay, you can say I am addicted to tobacco and alcohol, and I'm dependent on those things. Okay, how about you? What are you dependent on? What are you dependent on? Sugar, fat, prescription medicine, marijuana, and look at you and look at me. Who's doing better? Who's doing better? You or me? And look at me and look at you. Healthier, huh? And happier, and possibly more beautiful. At least I'm fitter. I'm not fat like you. Or I'm fit, okay? And I'm very healthy. Why diet and exercise? And tobacco and alcohol, they are the safest, the healthiest drugs. So it is okay that you depend on it. All this stigmatization of, oh, bad tobacco, bad alcohol, bad, all this stigma probably is caused by big pharma, drug companies, and doctors who make money off of prescribing those drugs. Okay, uh, probably they are the one behind this anti-tobacco, anti-alcohol campaign advertisement. Probably big pharma is behind that. Doctors, big pharma, drug companies. Probably they are funding those advertisements. Okay, so why is tobacco alcohol the safest drug out there? Because it's proven by time and space. across all time, all cultures. Tobacco and alcohol has been extensively used all throughout the human history. Okay, and they are proven to be the safest, the healthiest, and also, I mean, unless you're pregnant, unless you have some cancer-prone genetic defect, then perhaps marijuana is better than tobacco. I don't know. Okay, for those special cases, but most cases, yeah, tobacco, alcohol is the safest drug out there. Perhaps caffeine is fine too. Coffee, okay. Why? Again, it's proven, but it pa- passed the test of time and space. Tobacco and alcohol. Okay, it's been tested extensively throughout all races, all cultures, but yeah, it passed the test of time. Tobacco and alcohol. Okay, so yeah, if you don't do this, you do something a lot worse, like prescription medicine, marijuana, or some other illegal drugs, or legal drugs like prescription medicine, or sugar and fat, which is a lot worse than tobacco and cigarette. I mean, tobacco and alcohol. Okay, look at me and look at you. Look at me and look at President Trump. He doesn't smoke cigarettes. He doesn't drink alcohol. But he's look at him. Look at President Trump and look at me. Who's healthier? Who's fitter? Perhaps who's more beautiful? Hmm? There's no comparison, right? And also, who is nicer? Uh, you may say he's more successful than I am, but I have to disagree. I think I'm more successful than he is. Why? So you measure success with what? Money, power, and fame, and sex. That's not how we humanologists measure success in life. Okay. Uh, we focus on happiness, and also we focus on fitness, integrity. Okay, in every different aspects. Okay, if you're fat, I'm not saying you're lazy. Maybe you're a workaholic and you're obese, but you're guilty of imbalance. Okay, you should work, but at the same time you should do work. You should also work out. You should work and also you should work out. Okay, you should strike some balance between work and exercise, work and workout. Workout. Okay, uh, so don't spend all your energy on work. Save some for exercise. Okay, yeah, and diet. That's important. All right, so psychologists, psychiatrists, it's just blind leading the blind. Okay, so what do they do? Some therapies and psychoanalysis. It doesn't work. Okay, it doesn't work. Prescribed drugs again. It makes this person only worse and worse and worse. I'm trying to help psychologists and psychiatrists so that they help their patients. What should they do? Simple. What should be the prescription? Diet, exercise, career, hobby, good relationship, online dating, smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol in a proper manner. Okay, that's all they need to say. Okay, and they can work with their patients so that the patient find a very nice, satisfying hobby like foreign language learning, dancing, singing, martial arts. Okay, that's it. Okay, but yeah, we do need those mental healthcare professionals. It's just that they don't have good knowledge. They need to study this humanology, our humanology. They need to study it so that they can help their patients better. Okay, because I'm not gonna help them, those patients. No, I don't want them. Okay, I want to help psychologists and psychiatrists so that they do a better job helping out those patients. Okay, and they should rename themselves humanologists. Okay, because they need to unlearn everything they have learned in psychology and psychiatry because they are all bad, 100%. Okay, so I'm telling you, man. And also they need good religion. Okay, patients, yeah, they should be going to churches or at least listen to Christian radio channels. That's what I do. Okay, I don't have mental diseases. Or you may think I have all kinds of mental diseases. Huh? I don't blame you for thinking that, but yeah, it's simple. Okay, it's yeah, have a good job. Okay, study, you know, nice clothing, nice hair, and look nice as good as possible. No tattoos, no piercings, no gay marriage, no sugar fetishism, no ultra interracialism. Okay, yeah, a lot of rules, but that's the only way. That's just the way it goes. Okay, so okay, yeah. So every now and then we go through bad time. Okay, so you have to, but again, I emphasize, again, reiterate, re-emphasize. You have to be physically strong, in order to be mentally strong. Okay, you have to be physically strong in order to be mentally strong. Okay, you have to do exercises. Okay, cardio like running. Okay, and you should never be obese. All right, because that's disastrous. If you're obese, you should start diet and exercise and get rid of all those fat. Okay, those what liposuction. I don't recommend that. Right? Why? Because it will come all back, all your fat, because you still have don't do exercise, you still don't do diet, you get fat again after liposuction, so it just doesn't work. You regain your weight again. Okay, then what are you gonna do? You're gonna do liposuction again? It doesn't work. Okay, so just diet and exercise. Okay, I'll just keep doing it. No sugar, no fat. All right, and you exercise, then you find yourself very healthy. Okay, so that's the only way. All right. Yeah, that's the only way. Okay, all this therapies, this it doesn't work. All this psychology, psychiatry, it just doesn't work. Okay, uh, the way that they are doing these therapies and prescription drugs, it will only make you worse. Okay, so what you need is good religion. Okay, like Christianity. Okay, I recommend you Christianity. Okay, because it works for me. It worked for me. Okay. Uh, Actually, I recommend you going to church too, if you are not familiar with churches. Okay, I kind of graduated from churches. Okay, they don't have much to teach me anymore. So I kind of graduated because I've been in churches. I grew up in churches. I've been going to church for like 3 decades, and now it's time for me to leave church. Okay, but I still listen to Christian radio channel every now and then, and it helps. I do learn something, but Saturday, I mean Sunday, I do this. Okay, so I just don't have time. All right, but I do recommend you to go into church and read Bible. Okay, and meet God, meet Jesus in Bible. Okay, have one-on-one relationship with them. Okay, so that should be what psychiatrists, psychologists should be recommending you, prescribing you. Okay, and because that's the humanological way of doing things. Okay, I mean Islam, Buddhism, Confucianism, they're fine, but you can just read their classical scripts, like Quran, Confucius, Lao Tzu, some Buddhist classics. whatever Rig Veda or Upanishad, yeah, go ahead and read them. But for religion, I recommend you Christianity. I think that's the best religion. Okay, they're not perfect, but I think they're still better than other religions. Okay, so in my opinion. Okay. Okay. Why don't we take a break? Okay. Yeah, let's take a break because I want to take it very slow. All right. And it's Friday, right? It's Friday. We'll get back to that. Okay. Yeah, mathematics is my hobby now. Yeah, I do study Brazilian Portuguese when I drive my car. It's a Toronto city. Okay, so I learned a lot. Okay, so yeah, so self education, right? And good hobbies. Okay, constructive, something constructive. Constructive hobbies. Hobbies with some benefits to yourself and to others. Okay, so foreign languages or playing some instrument or painting, sculpting, or quilting or drawing cartoons, something very constructive. Okay, not video games because that's not constructive. Okay, it's just a waste of time. Uh, but well, I watch TV shows, old TV shows like 24, or I watch like Mr. Beans. I watch TV shows like X Files. Are they constructive? Or I watch what Twilight Zone. Are they constructive? Because I watch those old TV shows again and again and again. Because other TV shows they just suck. So I watch the good TV shows, old TV shows again and again. Like V. You remember V? The alien invasion. You know V. Yeah, that's one of those TV shows I watch again and again. Is it constructive? Maybe not. Video games, if that's what you enjoy as, I guess not too bad. Okay, maybe video games not too bad, but it takes too much energy. Okay, if I'm watching old TV shows, I'm not consuming much energy because something I'm already familiar with, something I've watched like 100 times before. Okay, so it's very relaxing. But if you play video games, that I think that's just takes too much energy, and also at the same time it's not constructive. And what are you learning there? Uh, I rather recommend you to study like mathematics, science, or foreign languages, or history, art history, whatever history. That would be my recommendation. Some hobby with some learning or some teaching too. Something that helps yourself and others. Okay, some constructive hobbies. Okay, that would be my recommendation. Okay, because we humanologists, we are very religious. We are moralists. We are ethicists. Okay, we identify evil and we reject them and we attack them. Not people, ideologies. Yeah, sugar fetishism, tattoo piercism. We have no hesitation. We have no problem attacking those ideologies because we are not attacking people. Yeah, I know we will hurt their feelings, but it's because they are possessed by those evil ideologies. No pain, no gain. To exorcise them, there's no other way. We have to cause some pain. When we offend those evil ideologies, people possessed by those satans get offended too because they are one with the devil because they are tattooed, pierced. So if I attack tattoo piercism, those people with tattoos and piercings in their bodies will be offended because they and ideology of tattoo piercism have become one body. It's like they are joined together. But uh, there's just no other way. Okay, so yeah, they can get rid of their tattoos and piercings by going to save some money, and go to plastic surgeons. Okay, then they can get rid of them for you. Okay, so okay, all right, we'll take a break. Yeah, let's take a break. Okay. Do you want to go back to mathematics with me, or what do you want to do? I guess we are kind of ready to get back to mathematics, huh? Okay, so let's bring in the whiteboard and oh yeah, we defined eta function, right? Um, kinda. We kinda defined that. We didn't quite formally define it, but it has to do with the Euclidean step function, right? But kind of intermediary kinda. Um, that's gonna be a challenge, though. It's gonna be a challenge. Okay, so we kind of defined that back there. Okay. Oh boy. We have to be kind of careful because we learned the lesson, right? We don't want to be too formalistic. Then it becomes a burden. We have to strike some balance between intuitivism and formalism. We want to be intuitive, but at the same time we want to be formal. We need to strike some balance between intuitivism and formalism. Okay, because we don't want, just like in the Bible, Solomon said, don't veer to the left, don't veer to the right, just stay in the middle. Okay. Yeah, Aristotle said that too. But Solomon predates Aristotle, right? So the virtue, the middle of the road. Okay. Probably Solomon was the very first one to say that, or not. I don't know. Okay, but he certainly predated Aristotle by recognizing this virtue of being in the middle. Okay. Because if we become like too formalistic, it becomes a burden to us. It becomes a hindering block. It blocks the progress because it's just too much. Okay, you don't want to be too formal. All right, so let's keep that in mind. And so eta, I'm not sure we want to define it. We kind of define it over there. Okay. Um, so let's talk about Euclidean step function first, okay? And we gotta keep moving, okay? So let's say 5e2. The way it goes is the absolute value of the steps, okay? How many equalities, equal sign there are, okay? So two automatic promotion, and then 5 divided by 2, what's the remainder? 1, right? I'm sorry. Well, we start by converting e to g, right? And this is what? 2g, 5 divided by 2, remainder 1. 1 automatic translation, promotion, okay? So, and 2 divided by 1, what's the remainder? 0. And this is defined by definition is 1, okay? So is equal to 2 because there are two steps, two equalities, okay? Two Euclidean steps. That's why it's called Euclidean step function, okay? Um, we do need to formalize just a little bit, okay? So let's say xg 2, okay? And let's say there's some eta function, whatever, okay? Is equal to 2g, then x rho 2, okay? Well, instead of x, okay. Let's plug in 5, okay? So is equal to what? 5, I'm sorry, 2, right? 2g, then 5 rho 2 is what? 2g 1. What is 5 remainder r? Remainder 2. 5 divided by 2, what's the remainder? 1. That's what 5 rho 2 means. It's a row function, remainder function, okay? So okay, we spelled it out for you, but from here to here is just one step. We count it as one step, okay? Because from here to here is like by definition of eta function, right? So this is like more like definitional, right? Definitional, okay? So eta xgy is defined as y g x rho y, okay? That's by definition, all right? So now how many equal sign are there? Yeah, it's just one step, right? So by the way, the Euclidean step function, there's some recurrence relationship, right? Like some Euclidean step and one less than is like less than that is like plus one. Yeah, that recurrence relationship already exists. Okay, but we can rediscover that, right? Um, but later on, I found it in Wolfram math world that that recurrence relationship already exists. Okay, I think it's also in Wikipedia too. Okay, but for some articles, Wolfram math world is better than Wikipedia. Okay, so yeah, Wikipedia isn't always the best. Okay, because sometimes Wikipedia tend to be shallow a little bit. Okay, so some other websites are better than Wikipedia. Okay, for some more like unknown stuff, more specialized stuff. Okay, all right. Yeah, Wikipedia is more like for general public, basically. Okay, so okay, all right. Okay. So that's definition of eta function. Okay, it's Euclidean algorithm. One step in Euclidean algorithm. All right. Euclidean step function is like counting function. We may call this Euclidean step counting function. Okay, it counts how many Euclidean steps there are, but we have to define this eta, which is intermediary. It defines one Euclidean algorithmic step. Okay, we have to define it. Okay, so because then what's the next step? Is this. I'll give you an example. Okay. What about eta of 2g1? Okay, that's we are applying the same algorithm again, right? It's defined as 1g 2 rho 1 is 1 G 0, which is defined as 1. So how many steps? Just one equality, okay? Yeah, its equality is bidirectional, but at the same time, it does have some direction. Go to the right. Okay, so it's like kind of like this. Okay, so yeah, it's bidirectional equality, but there's some direction here. Okay, because this is a mathematical sentence. Okay, we write just like in English from left to right. We write from left to right. In Arabic, yeah, they write from right to left. Okay? In ancient Chinese and ancient Korean, they used to write top to bottom and then from right to left, like this. Korean newspaper back in the days used to be like that. In early 1900s or even mid like 1930s, 1940s, Korean newspapers back then, even mid 1900s, like 1950s, it used to be Korean newspaper, okay, print. It used to be from top to bottom, and then next line here, here, here. Okay, it used to be top to bottom and then from right to left. Okay, that's how it used to be. Korean sentences, paragraphs, pages. Also in China too. I don't know about Japan. I'm assuming they probably were the same way. Okay, so okay, if you have old just Buddhist classics written in Chinese, yeah, it's like vertical, top to bottom, and then from right to left. Okay. But nowadays, Chinese and Korean books probably they are. I know for sure Korean books. I'm pretty sure Chinese books are like that too. They got influenced by the Western way of writing, so from left to right, one line, and then top to bottom. Okay. But it wasn't always like that. Alright, so. But in mathematical language, it's from left to right and top to bottom, right? One line, left to right, and then top to bottom. Okay. So yeah, equality, yeah, but it has some directionality because this is equality, equal, or inequality, whatever it may be, we write it from left to right. It's a sentence. So it has some directionality. Yeah, it's equal signs, bidirectional, but it does contain some directionality. Okay? Just want you to know. Because we are amateur linguists as well. Okay? We see mathematics as a language. Okay? So yeah, I have some errata to correct. I think I already did that already. Errata. It was not NPR. It was local classical music radio channel. It was not NPR. Who that I heard, it was not NPR but local classical music channel in Alaska. They cited Victor Hugo, who said something like, music is an idea that cannot be expressed in words, but that cannot be remain silent. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, Victor Hugo. I guess he's English. I don't know. I don't know too much about literature. Okay, so especially European literature, American literature, I'm very illiterate. Okay, because I don't like reading novels. I've read some novels, okay, but it's fiction, right? Yeah, I have read some page turners, right? Uh, I have read some of those real page turners. Yeah, some legal drama written by lawyers, former lawyers, or ex-lawyers. Some action novel. Some novels are good. You know, page turner. I've read some. Okay, in English. Okay, I'm talking about American novels. Okay, but classical novels, I don't find them very interesting. Okay, so there's some value to it. There's like Franz Kafka, great ideas like Trial, Metamorphosis, Castle, but I couldn't read it from cover to cover. I had to stop because it was too boring. Yeah, Dostoevsky, Tolstoy, I tried, but it was too boring. Hey, it's some fiction anyway, some imagination. It's not like real story, history. Yeah, there's some history there, but it's just their imagination. It's nothing real. It's some fiction. So what's the point of reading it if it's not that entertaining? So I stopped reading them. Okay, so Shakespeare, yeah. But there are some Korean short novels, not long novel, but short stories that I really enjoyed reading because they're short anyway. Korean short stories written in early 1900s during Japanese colonial periods because many of these Korean novelists they actually studied in Japan. Okay, so Japan, yeah, they're cruel people. I mean, they were cruel people. The samurai ninjas, they were cruel to Koreans and Chinese or other colonial Asian countries. But they were cruel to each other inside of Japan anyway. Samurais, ninjas, they would cut off Japanese people's head, arm, torso with the samurai sword, and they did that to themselves, to their own country people inside of Japan. So they used to be very cruel people, Japanese. Okay, so but uh, so during the when Japan colonized Korea and part of China and some other countries, uh, yeah, they were bad. Okay, they kidnapped these colonized countries' girls and turned them into sex slaves for Japanese soldiers during the World War I and World War II, and they would kill and also even do some medical experiment on Koreans and Chinese and other colonial people, doing conducting medical experiments like cutting off women's breast and like all this mutilation and yeah medical experiments. Okay, they call it maruta. Okay, they did horrendous things just like Hitler, Nazism did horrendous things to Jews, European Jews. Okay, and Japanese people they did really bad things during the World War I and World War II. They did horrendous things to their fellow Asians. Okay, they are like motherfuckers. Okay, they fucked their own mothers, China and Korea, because China and Korea we taught Japanese people with this civilization. Before China and Korea people went to Japan, Japanese were just savages, but we taught them. I mean, Chinese and Koreans they taught Japanese civilization how to write. Okay, and then they came and fucked us, China and Korea. Okay, so they are motherfuckers. Okay, they are like patricide, matricide. They kill their own parents. So that's Japan. Okay, they are motherfuckers. Okay, well, that's how it used to be. That's how it was during the World War I, World War II, and even before then. Japan invaded Korea so many times. Okay, so you wanna hear some history, Asian history? I tell you because I know all about it. Okay, so we'll take a break, and I will tell you some history between Korea and Japan. Okay, so we are making progress here. We defined the eta function. Good, good. Okay. Let's do some history, huh? Because history is a story. Bad time story. Is something real, something that actually happened, and you do need to know history so that you don't repeat it. If it's a bad history, you don't want to repeat it. If it's a good history, you do want to repeat it. Okay, so historical lesson is so important. Okay, so we're gonna take a break. We're gonna put this whiteboard away, and I'll tell you some interesting history between Korea and Japan. Okay, so also some China too. Okay, so take five. Okay, all right. It's about sharing knowledge. Okay, sharing knowledge, education. So Okay, where are my glasses? Are you ready for some historical lesson? Hmm? Lessons? It'll be fun. It's not mathematics, okay? So it'll be fun. It's just bedtime story, okay? So in 1400s, this, you know, I had this when I was in Korean high school. Okay, we had this project, individual or group project, but I chose to be just go. I think it was an individual project. Okay, so we find something in Korean history and we present it in front of the entire class. I think it was individual project. Okay, or maybe it was optional. It could be a group, it could be individual, but I chose to be just individual, just do it myself. Okay, something like that. Okay, so and my last name, I'm not gonna tell you what my last name is. Okay, but in Korean currency today we have something like dollar bill, $5 bill, and $10 bill, something like that, right? And then you have coins like kind of like nickel, dime, and quarter. Yeah, Korea have kind of those kind. I guess it kind of modeled after American currency. I don't know. Okay, and in all those coins and also all those paper bills, the family name is just this one family name. All those you have this well, Sejong Daewang, which is the great one of the greatest king in Korea. He was very smart guy. Okay, so but he was not the first son. Okay, in Korea, before it became modernized. Okay, so there was Korea. Okay, there is South Korea, North Korea, right? Before then, it was just some one country, I guess. It's kind of hazy. Okay, but boy, Korean Peninsula back in the days was divided into three countries. It's Goguryeo, Baekje, and Silla. Okay, so Korean Peninsula was divided into three countries. Goguryeo up north, which is now North Korea and part of China. Okay, Goguryeo, and Baekje was southwest. That's Baekje. And Silla is southeast of in South Korea. Okay, so I should draw you a picture. Okay, so let me draw you a picture. Okay, so I should bring back this whiteboard. Okay, so boy, I'm not gonna erase anything. Okay, I just use this blank spot right here. Okay, so I'm not erasing this. This is like you very beautiful Euclidean triangle. So I'm not erasing this until we are totally done with the Euclidean whatever. Okay, so but we have some empty spot here, so let's just use that. Okay, so boy. Don't fall on me now. Korean Peninsula. Okay, so there is this China, right? And there is Japan. Korean Peninsula look like this. Okay. Okay. China, Korean Peninsula, and Japan. Okay. And here is you have North Korea and South Korea, right? Oh, I'm sorry. It's like Z-shaped kind of peninsula, Korean peninsula. Okay. So back in the days, like 500 AD, something like that. 500 AD, Anno Domini. Okay, 500 AD. There were three Korean. Korea was they used the same language, Korean, but they were divided into three countries. Okay, here you have Goguryeo. Okay, and it also occupied part of the China too. So Goguryeo, and then in the south, South Korea was divided into west and east, and this western South Korea was called Baekje, okay, and the eastern half of the South Korea is called Shilla, okay, and around about 1400 AD, there's this guy. He was a general. Uh, Let me see. Man, I'm drawing blank. It's been such a long time. I'm 41 and I learned Korean history when I was like 11, so it's like 3 decades ago. Okay, so I don't really recall all the details of Korean history because it's been so long. Okay. Um, One of the three countries inside of Korea, they united basically by military force. I think it was this guy Shilla. Okay, they united all these three countries and made it one Korea, something like that. Okay, and then this guy is Goguryeo, and then this guy, northern country, kind of made a rebellion and make turn all this into Korea, something like that. Korean history is very intriguing. Okay, but I forgot. Okay, so okay, uh, my parents they came from here. Okay, Baekje. Okay, so Shilla. Okay, even today, where even in 1980s, 1990s, when I grew up as a child in South Korea, this Western people and Eastern people they didn't like each other. Okay, so there's this animosity between Eastern and Western, Western and Eastern. These Westerners, I mean Western Korea in Western South Korea, they tend to be more artistic and creative, and Eastern South Korea they tend to be more industrious, more business-like. Okay, uh, so there's this sharp political division between uh, Western South Korea and Eastern South Korea. It's such a tiny half of a peninsula, but there's still division, political division. Just like America, you have Democrats and Republicans, right? Any country is like that. In the Middle East, you have Sunni and Shia in Islam, right? Sharp this division, subdivision, okay? Any country is like that, okay? It's all the same, okay? Because it's a definition by contrast. I define myself by my enemies. I'm not like those people. That's how I define myself. It's like human nature and or human condition. Okay. I define myself by in contrast to my enemies. Like I'm anti-tattoo piercist, anti-gayist, anti-marijuanaist. I'm anti plastic surgeries. I mean, some plastic surgery is good, but liposuction and plastic boobs. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Bad plastic surgery. But tattoo removal, piercing removal, that's good plastic surgery. Okay. Or some reconstruction, taking out this big mole of your face. Yeah, that's good plastic surgery. Okay. I'm anti-ultra internationalist. Yeah, I'm defining myself by contrasting myself to those ideologies that I object. Okay? So yeah, whatever country you may be in, yeah, there are always these two enemies, two ideologies, contrasting ideologies. Okay, so America, yeah, conservatism and liberalism. In Korea, same way. Okay, so this western part of South Korea tend to be more liberal. This eastern half of South Korea tend to be more conservative. Okay, so my parents are from the western side. They are liberal. My parents are very liberal. Okay, that's where their ancestors came from. Okay, so the eastern side of South Korea is they're more industrious about business, big companies like Samsung. I don't know about LG, but Samsung, yeah, they came from this eastern side of South Korea. Okay, so yeah, they're more business like conservative, pro business kind of people. On the western side, they are more like about like science, art, scholastic, academia, arts, fine arts, invention, more progressive, inventive. Okay, so they are more like that's the western half of South Korea. Okay. North Korea, yeah, I don't know much about them. Okay, so maybe they are kind of militant, kind of warriors, whatever. So this country, Shilla, when they united the three countries, uh, they kind of got the help. From what I remember, they got the help from China. So they negotiated very business like President Trump, right? But kind of low level businessman. Okay, so they just negotiated with China and, hey China, help us unite this Korean peninsula. Then we'll give you this big chunk of this territory to you. But help us to let us unite these three countries, this one Korean peninsula. That's all we want. So I give you this big chunk back to you, to China. Okay, so this yeah, very business-like kind of people. I think that's what happened from what I remember. Okay, so I could be wrong. So don't quote me on that. Yeah, quote me on that, but also quote me that I'm not quite sure about it. Okay, so I think that's what happened. Okay. All right. And after that, this northern people they kind of caused some kind of rebellion, I guess, and this descendant of Goguryeo, people like in North Korea, okay, and they called it Korea, okay, and it was also united country, but not by this descendant of Shilla, but by descendant of this Goguryeo, this North Korean people, okay. And then later on there's this, so it was one Korean peninsula, Korea, and then there was this general around 1400s AD. He's from here, Baekje, okay. He's my ancestor, okay, from this western South Korea, Baekje, okay. So that's where my parents are from, okay, my ancestor. And this guy caused rebellion to this Korea. So this was three countries, and Shilla united this country by selling it out, right? And then North Koreans, Korea people, they caused rebellion and they dominated this united country again. They called it Korea after Goguryeo. Okay, they call it Korea, and then this one very smart but at the same time very cruel general from Baekje, descendant of Baekje. He caused rebellion again, and he established this brand new kingdom, United Kingdom. It's called Joseon. Okay, and that kingdom lasted 500 years until Korea became modernized and also divided. So Joseon by my ancestor, who's bearing the same last name as my last name, uh, this general in Korea. That's what I remember. Okay, I might be wrong. Okay, okay, but yeah, it's not too wrong. Okay, so maybe details are wrong, but in general, the main storyline should be correct. Okay, so this guy caused some coup d'état and then renamed this. First, it was Shilla, Unified Korean Peninsula, Shilla, and then so this southeast guy first unified the country, and then this northern country, Goguryeo people, descendant of Goguryeo, they caused rebellion and they dominated this Korean unified Korean peninsula. They renamed Shilla into unified Korea. That's where this name came from, Korea. It came from Korea. Okay, Korea. Okay, and then this people from this southwest, who happened to be my ancestor, a general, Korean army general. Okay, so he caused coup d'état and he declared himself to be the king, and he renamed this Korean peninsula, unified Korean peninsula, as Joseon. Okay, and it lasted for 500 years. This Joseon dynasty, with one single family name, my family name. So technically, I'm a prince, Korean prince. Okay, because I'm a descendant of this rebellion. This guy general who made this coup d'état and declared himself as the king, and he renamed this unified Korean peninsula as a Joseon. Okay, so that's a Joseon dynasty that started from some 1400s and lasted until 1900s. Okay, and then Korea got colonized by Japan, and then there's World War II. America came, dropped two bombs, atomic bombs, to Nagasaki and Hiroshima, and so that was the end of colonial period by Japan in Korean Peninsula. So Korea, at least in South Korea, there are a lot of people who really like this president, Harry Truman, who decided to drop two nuclear bombs in Japan because that ended Japanese colonial period in Korea. It gave us independence. Okay, so the huge fan of this Harry Truman in South Korea. Okay. Also, huge fan of America in general. Okay. So, okay, we'll take a break and we'll continue this history. Okay. Don't you like this? Don't you prefer this to all this mathematical stuff? Let me take a picture of this. Okay, because I really like this Euclidean triangle. We did it in a very methodical way, lined up, well lined up. Okay, so it's kind of pretty. So yeah, we take a picture of this afterwards. Okay. Take 5. Okay. I need some vocalized. I love this motion vodka, by the way. It's good. Yeah, in Korea we have this drinking culture. Okay, so it's not a vice; it's a virtue. Okay, so, I mean, Korean girls, they hate guys drinking, but In Korea, in Russia, Ukraine, or whatever, former Soviet Union countries, yeah, men drinking is not a vice. Okay, so Far Eastern culture or Russia, yeah, it's accepted. Take five, okay? Okay, we're back. Let me take a picture of this. It's so nice. Oh, okay, good. So, uh, yeah, technically speaking, I'm kind of Prince, descendant of this coup d'etat rebellion who took over by force. He was very cruel, okay? But man, what can I do? I wasn't there. It's not like I was there to advise him not to be so violent. But in any ancient countries in 1500s or even now, okay, we are doing history, right? You look at North Korea. You think North Koreans are Mr. Kim Jong Un so cruel, but you say that, right? But okay, what race are you? You're what, Hispanic? Okay, let's go back to Hispanic history. Back in Maya and Aztec, they used to do human sacrifice. Okay, like this girl in Texas, who took so much effort to go after my creation, the website that I made, contributed in Wikipedia. She killed it. Yeah, she has this Texas Hispanic girl in her early 30s or late 20s, obese, tattooed, pierced, pro gay. I think she's heterosexual, but she talks about sex in her website. She seems to be very promiscuous. Okay, I don't know. So I'm guessing she has some STDs. Because she talks about it, okay? So, oh, she talks about great sex life and shit. Okay, this Hispanic bitch in Texas. Uh, I know who she is. I know what her real name is. Okay, but I'm not gonna tell you. Okay, so some Hispanic bitch in Texas who work for Wikipedia, probably on a voluntary basis. Okay, so she's she's dirty. She's mean as hell. She's tattooed, pierced, obese, just like average American millennials. She's younger than me, probably in her late 20s or early 30s, and she doesn't have that much career prospect. So she's full of shit. She's unhappy individual. Probably, possibly, most likely she has some STD, but because she, I got this impression she tends to be very promiscuous. Okay, so she's full of it, just like you, rest of you in America, right? You're obese, tattooed, pierced, have some STD, right? And your career is going nowhere, and so you're full of it, full of shit, unhappiness. So you pick on other people, like a predator, like an animal. Okay, so she somehow got this voluntary job that doesn't pay her a penny in Wikipedia editorial board member. So she get to decide whose Wikipedia contribution would get published or not. But she's very smart, a very smart girl. Yeah, but she's evil. Okay, so she's this descendant of this Maya, Aztec, human sacrifice, child sacrifice. That's what she's doing. Okay, by killing Wikipedia contribution from people like me, who's not famous, who's nobody. All we intended was to share the knowledge, something that we discovered with the rest of the world. And what she does is killing it. And she calls people like me, oh, stop vandalizing Wikipedia. If you do it one more time, we'll terminate your account. That kind of stuff. Yeah, dirty job for Wikipedia. That's what she's doing. So she has this in her gene, this third world savagery, this Hispanic savagery. She is the descendant of Maya, Aztec, like hundreds of years ago, who do the human sacrifice. She's dead. She's doing it metaphysically, but she's doing the same thing. Okay, metaphysically, not physical murder, but metaphysical homicide. That's what she's doing. She's killing all these good ideas. So I prayed for her. Okay, yeah, I hope you repent and become a good person. Yeah, join the good side. Yeah, help us instead of being in the dark side, bad side, evil side. Okay, becoming the being the agent of the devil. I did pray for her. Okay, so yeah. So okay, how about you? Well, you're white. Okay, back in 1000 AD. Okay, during the Middle Age, Dark Age. Yeah, the Inquisition era, 1000 AD. Yeah, white people, in Europe, they conquered Roman Empire, right? And then there was Crusade, Christian Crusade, and all these horrendous things that they committed. Because in 1000 AD, in Middle East, I mean, during the Roman Empire, Rome, Italy, they're kind of like Middle Eastern, okay? Half white, half Middle Eastern, brown people, okay? That's why Italians in 1900s, in early 1900s in America, they used to be very despised, Italians and Greeks, Eastern Europeans, because they tend to have darker skin. Okay, they're not exactly white people. They're like half white, half Middle Eastern, kind of darker people, Middle Eastern. Okay, so yeah, okay. But there was 1900s. We go 1000 years back in European history. Okay, like 900 AD, 700 AD. Okay, so even back further back, there were Greeks, Romans, Egyptians. Middle East was center of the universe. Okay, Middle East was center of the Europe, of the world, of the West. Okay, so it was all over Middle East. Okay, Greeks, Romans, Arabs, algebra, the gibberish. Okay, so algebra. Okay, so or geometry by Greeks, architecture, engineering by Romans. Okay, it was all about this brown Middle Eastern people with brown eyes, brown skin, dark shadow here, thick eyebrows, black hair. Yeah, it was all about that. Middle Easterns were number one. White people back in the days in what 100 AD, 200 BC. White people, they were just savages, uncivilized barbarians, like Goth, Visigoth, Vikings, Vandals, vandalism. Okay, yeah, they were savages. White people with blonde hair and blue eyes, white skin. These northern people, okay, in Norway, Sweden, Finland, England, all these northern people, they were savages, okay, very cruel people. Okay, so they invaded Roman Empire. Okay, what was 600, 700 AD, whatever. Okay, so they destroyed Roman Empire. These brown people, Greeks, Romans, Arabs, whatever. Okay, so they invaded this Roman Empire, and that was the start of the Dark Age, the Middle Age. Okay, it was the period where white people were catching up to brown people. Okay, because the civilization started from northern Africa, Middle East. Okay, by brown people, Adam and Eve. They were made according to the Bible, if you believe it. Yeah, they're made from the earth, brown soil. Adam and Eve. They were not white. They are Middle Easterns, brown people like me. black hair, brown eyes, brown skin. Okay, Middle Eastern, right? Okay. Somehow we are talking about Western civilization, Western history, but we get back to this. Okay, so all right, so around 1400s, okay, this Western southwestern southwestern Korea, this general, he caused a rebellion in this unified Korean peninsula by North Korean to Korea. That's where this name comes from. Korea. It came from Korea. Okay, so yeah, this guy, yeah, overturned this North Korean based unified Korea, which used to be southeast based unified Korean peninsula by Silla people. Okay, so yeah, so it was southeast and then north and then southwest. Okay, so they took turn to have this control over Korean peninsula. So I guess God is fair that way. Okay, they took turn. Okay, they all had this hegemony control over Korean peninsula, one by one. Okay, first, second, and third. Okay, let me grab some more vodka. Okay, so yeah, we'll take a break soon. Okay, so. Okay. Yeah, we're just talking about learning about sharing the knowledge of this history. Okay, so nothing wrong with that. Okay, yeah, I'm drinking vodka. Okay, you would not be doing this if you are taking prescription drugs or smoking marijuana or no. But if it is just liquor, alcohol, and cigarette, yeah, we do this. 'Cause alcohol and cigarette have very long history. Okay, but if you are smoking marijuana, if you are doing some prescription drugs, you won't be doing this. But I'm doing traditional thing, alcohol and tobacco. Okay. Yeah, so it's Holy Spirit. Okay, as long as you do it properly. Okay. I never smoke indoors. I don't even smoke in my car unless I'm in a real hurry. Okay, so and I don't drink and drive. Okay, I drink at home. After I'm done drinking, I go to bed. I don't drive. Okay, so yeah, I don't smoke indoors. I don't drink and drive. So as long as you do it properly, alcohol and tobacco is good for you. Okay, so and you shouldn't be pregnant when you're doing it. Okay, so you're pregnant, you do sugar and fat instead of tobacco and alcohol because when you're pregnant, sugar and fat it doesn't harm the fetus, but tobacco and alcohol will harm the fetus. Okay, so if you're a pregnant woman, you shouldn't do tobacco and alcohol. You should do sugar and fat instead. Or don't do sugar and fat, or don't do. But you cannot do tobacco and alcohol when you are pregnant as a woman. Okay, so sugar and fat is less of two evils. Okay, you should never do tobacco and alcohol when you are pregnant. Okay. All right, but you don't have to do sugar and fat. If you can do without it, yeah, then just be pregnant and don't do any bad things. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, I'm not a woman, so okay. So this guy, my ancestor, okay, he caused rebellion and he ruled, and his descendants ruled this Korean Peninsula for 500 years. Okay. Yeah, from 1400s AD to 1900s AD. Okay. And he had something like three sons or five sons. Okay. And the youngest son was the brightest. His name is Sejong Daewang. He is in this probably $100 bill, like Benjamin Franklin. Okay, something like that in Korean currency, paper bills. So he's in $100 bill. Okay, and then there's $50 bill and $10 bill. Okay, let me take that back. Oh, Korean currency, paper bills. We have $1 bill, $5 bill, $10 bill, and that's it. We don't have higher than that. Okay, so $1 bill, $5 bill, and $10 bill. That's all the Korean currency is. Okay, and they all are descendant of this guy, this Baekje, Southwest Korean Peninsula general under Koryo dynasty, which didn't last very long. Silla dynasty also didn't last very long. But this guy's dynasty, the Choson dynasty, which bears my family name, it outlasted the Silla dynasty and Koryo dynasty. Okay, it lasted 500 years. So that's why this guy is so famous. Okay, so he had like something like five sons and a couple of daughters, I think. Maybe many more daughters. I don't know. Okay, so he had several sons. One, two, three, four, about five sons. Okay, so I think I told you about this maybe before. Okay, I certainly, most assuredly wrote it in my novels. Okay, so we'll take a break and we'll talk about this. Okay, how much time do we have? We have halfway through, 1 hour and a half left. Okay, so we'll take a break and we continue this with this Korean history. Okay, so it's something exotic, something foreign, something new, right? So I hope you enjoy this expedition to some foreign history. Okay. Yeah. I mean, if you don't understand my English accent, turn on the caption. Okay. So this Google YouTube trans translation of this voice recognition and turning into caption, closed caption, is very high quality. Because I'm a former computer programmer, so I understand artificial intelligence algorithms. So, and they're doing fantastic job. Okay, so yeah, just turn on the closed caption. Okay, then you can read what I say. If you don't understand my Korean English accent. Okay, so we'll take 5 minutes break. Okay, then we'll be back. Okay, yeah. I hope you are enjoying this history story. Okay. All right, we'll be back. Okay, we are back. So, okay. So, in Korean currency, okay, we have $1 bill, $5 bill, $10 bill. That's it. Okay, so and we have this coin. It's like a dime coin. Okay, so we have dime coin and $1 bill, $5 bill, and $10 bill. Just four currency with some guy's picture in there. Whoa, this guy's portrait figure in this coin or these three bills. They all share my family name. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you what it is. Okay, so they're all descendant of this Baekje, this rebellion, this general, ambitious general, very cruel. They're all descendants, just like me, of this one guy. This a Korean family name. It's the second most common Korean name. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you what it is. Okay, I'm not gonna give it to you. Yeah, so there was like 400 AD, right? And then, so this guy, this general, rebellious coup d'etat general, okay, he was a military general in South Korea. I mean, in Korean Peninsula, okay, north and south combined. So he overtook this kingdom and he renamed this kingdom as Joseon. Okay, so he had over five sons. Okay, so I'm descendant of the very first son by primogenitor. Primogenitor is not just in the East Asia, Korea. No, it's in Korea, Japan, China, also in the West, in Europe. Primogenitor, the very first son inherit a kingdom or household, whatever, inheritance, okay? The very first son, okay? So this guy, his very first son, eldest son, he was very nice guy, very moralistic, ethical, conscientious kind of guy. And there was this fifth son, his youngest brother, and he was the brightest. Okay, he is in this $10 bill in Korean currency. His name is Sejong Daewang. Okay, so he exercised his scholarship and his leadership to create from scratch Korean alphabetical system, Hangul. Okay, because before then it was all Chinese. Okay, so by the way, hundreds of years ago, this Shilla period, that's when like I guess it's 1000 AD, something like that. Some Korean Buddhists from the Shilla dynasty that didn't last very long. Or Goguryeo dynasty that didn't last very long. Maybe Shilla dynasty it lasted like 200 years. Goryeo dynasty maybe 200 years. But Baekje, this Joseon dynasty, outlasted both of them combined. It lasted for 500 years. Okay, so that's my ancestor, this guy. Okay, but when Shilla was the king for about 2 centuries, they some of their Korean Buddhists went to Japan and introduced these Chinese characters that I mean, Koreans used to use. So the civilization came from China, Korea, and then Japan. Before that, we were savages. Okay, so eastward. Okay, so yeah, Japan they owed Korea and China. Korea is like parent of Japan. China is like grandparent of Japan. China is like a parent of Korea. Ja- China grandparent and then Korea parent and Japan child. Okay, so that's the sequence of civilization propagation eastward. Okay, so they're motherfuckers, fatherfuckers. Okay, motherfucking Japanese, motherfucking Japs, dude. Because after they learned from us, they invaded us and them. Okay, motherfuckers. Okay, ungrateful bastards, biting the feeding hands, fucking and eating and killing the feeding hands. That's fucking Japs. Horrendous people. At least they used to be. Okay, and look at Japan and America. America gave Japan a lot of civilization lessons. What did they do? They invaded Hawaii. They bombed Hawaii. Biting the feeding hands. Okay, this constant theme of these Japanese motherfuckers. Okay, so they used to be so horrible. Nowadays, maybe they are behaving. Okay, maybe they are tethered dogs. Okay, motherfucking Japs. Fucking Japanese man. Motherfucking Japs, dude. Raping their own mothers. Motherfucking fuckers. That's how Japs, fucking Japanese used to be. Okay, they're fucking. In the past. Now, maybe they are nice. I think they are nice. Maybe they repented. Okay? But they used to be motherfucking fuckers. Father fucking fuckers. Let me get a grip. Okay, so let me get a grip. So yeah, it was Shilla area that propagated some Buddhist. Shilla Korean Buddhists went to Japan and taught Chinese characters. Okay, so motherfuckers. Anyways, so that's that, and then this guy, Pac, the descendant of Pac Jae, okay, is this Southwest Korean guy, general in Korea dynasty, okay. He overturned and caused some coup d'etat, and he declared himself to be brand new king of this brand new kingdom. He renamed it as Choson, okay, that lasted 500 years, okay, outlasting both of Korea and Shilla combined. Okay, so I am a descendant of this guy. Okay, because my parents, both of my parents from are from southwest Korean peninsula. Okay. So we have this family tree book. Okay, all Koreans and some Americans have this family tree book. Okay, yeah, in Korea, yeah, in Japan, China, probably they have that shit. Okay, so kind of registered, government registered stuff. Okay. So this guy had five sons. Okay, the eldest son is also my ancestor. Okay, I'm from the eldest son, and he had four brothers, right? And the youngest brother was the brightest. He's like my uncle, kind of. Okay, I'm not a descendant of him. No, he's the youngest son of this general, rebellious, coup d'etat causing general. Okay, youngest son of his was the brightest, smartest. Okay, this eldest guy, eldest son, is my ancestor. Okay, so I'm 19th descendant of that guy. Okay, and I don't remember his name. I'm sorry. What's his name? I don't recall. Okay. Yeah, shame on me, right? I used to know his name. Okay, but I'm 19th descendant of this eldest son. So 20th descendant of this rebellious coup d'etat causing general of Korea dynasty. Okay, so yeah. So this eldest son saw his youngest brother, and he convinced three brothers who's older than his youngest brother. Hey, yeah, let's give him the kingdom, okay? He's the smartest. Let's be patriots, okay? I think he's the youngest son, the last in the row, in the line to inherit this kingdom, but probably we should be patriots for Korea and Korean people. He should be the next king. Not me, not you, but the last, the youngest brother of ours should be the next king because he's the smartest, the brightest. So let's convince our father that this youngest boy should be the king next. And they were sold, okay? But this father, this Korea general, he was not sold. No, 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 no. Your oldest son. You should be inheriting my kingdom. You should be the next king. My ancestor, this first eldest son. So he realized, okay, there's no convincing, persuading our father. So what am I gonna do? I will pretend I'm a drunkard, womanizer, and somewhat crazy. Just like me, okay? If I'm drunkard, womanizer, and I act crazy, maybe he will be convinced that the next king will be our youngest brother. Okay. So he pretend to be drunkard, alcoholic, and womanizer. Where he was able to, he has access, availability of all these women, but because he's a prince, I don't have that. I mean, do I get laid? No. Yeah, but I do drink, and do I act crazy? I'm sure you know. Yeah, I do act crazy. Okay, so whatever. So yeah, the father, he knew his eldest son, this heir apparent, was not crazy, was not a true womanizer, was not a true drunkard, but he saw this eldest son's effort. Okay, okay, I'm now, yeah, I'll give this kingdom to our youngest son. Yeah, because I show you, I've observed your effort. Okay, so I will relent and I'm persuaded because I've seen your effort. Okay, so the next kingdom belong to the youngest son. Okay, this is the second generation chosen dynasty, and this guy, this motherfucker, okay, im- he led this effort. He's very scientific too. Okay, he had this. He is great leader and a great scholar himself. So he collected all those brightest and smartest Koreans. Okay, regardless of their classes, he collect them together and he constructed constructed this established this academy, Korean academy, in 1400s, 1500s, and he led this effort to invent Korean alphabet, Hangul, Kanadara Mabasa. Okay, so and he also led this effort to invent some scientific instruments, like the very first clock in South Korea. I mean, in Korea, in general. Okay, based on the sun and angle of the shadow, and many other things, among other things. Okay, so that's why he is still today in Korea the highest currency, like $10 bill, 10 won bill. Okay, the highest Korean currency bill, that's him. The most highly regarded Korean ancestral figure. That was that guy, the youngest son of this rebel, coup d'etat general guy. Okay, I'm not his descendant. I'm the guy. I'm a descendant of this guy, the eldest son, who gave this kingdom to his youngest brother. Okay, so I'm not making this up. My imagination does not extend to this degree. It's God's story, His story. I cannot imagine this. No, I'm not that creative. No, it's God's story, His story, with capital H. Okay, so we'll take a break and I'll tell you more about Korean history. Okay, so in Korea and Japan, yeah, it gets more interesting later on. Okay. Mm. I really like this mushroom vodka. Yeah, you have French history, Russian history. Share it with us, okay? Because I don't know anything about other cultures' history, okay? Some about American history, some about Korean history, some about Japanese and Chinese history, but that's about it, okay? Yeah, some about European history, I know a little bit, okay? But if you know about history, yeah, share it with the rest of us, okay? Just like I do, alright? Alright, take five, okay? Alright. We have 1 hour left, so. Okay. Where's my cell phone? Where did I put my cell phone? Ah. Where's my glasses? I gotta. Okay, I got my glasses. Now I need to look for my cigarettes. My cell phone. Oh, where are they? Alright, we're back. So where are we? Alright, so Joseon Dynasty, okay, so 세종대왕, okay, this youngest son of bitch, okay, because this general, Korean general, I'm sure he had a lot of concubines, a lot of wives, kind of polygamy. It was like that, okay, back in the days in Korea. Well, back in the days in Europe, back in the days in Egypt, Middle East, Israel, anywhere, Africa. Yeah, it used to be polygamy. Okay, it is powerful. One man had many wives and concubines, like Turkish harem. Yeah, it was all like that. Okay, back in the days. Okay, you think it's just back in the days? Huh? No. Even nowadays, look at Harvey Weinstein, Matt Lauer, President Trump. Yeah, they're polygamists. They have sex with multiple girls. Okay. They have so many out of wedlock children that they're paying for. Okay. Yeah, polygamy is. Yeah, they call it differently. Oh, it's just what? Child support, right? But it's same thing. Back in the days, thousands of years ago, and even today, polygamy persists. And look at President Trump. Yeah, he have sex with many, many, many women, hundreds, if not thousands, and he have many, many, many out of wedlock children. President Trump, Harvey Weinstein, Matt Lauer. Okay, yeah, they pay for child support. Uh, because they are rich. Okay, back in the days, yeah, kings, monarchs, dictators, kings, what, tyrants. Back in the days in Asia, in Europe, Africa, Middle East, wherever, okay, in the Latin America, South America, Australia, Pacific Oceans, it's all like that, okay? It's like animals, okay? In bisons, you have elks, ELK, elks, bison, tiger, lion. Yeah, it's all polygamous. Okay, they live like animals. Okay, so it's one male, dominant male. Bears, Alaskan bears. Yeah, one dominant male animal having sex with multiple females. Polygamy. It's in human world back then and even today, like President Trump, Matt Lauer, Harvey Weinstein, animals, or back in the day, human beings, kings, monarchs, it's all the same. Like Genghis Khan or Turkish, Ottoman Empire, harem, Turkish harem, or Israelite, Jacob, Abraham, okay? Or in Islam, Prophet Muhammad, yeah, multiple wives. Oh yeah, Utah, this what American denomination of Christianity, what LDS, Latter Day Saint, Mormons. Yeah, polygamy is just the way it is. Okay, it's just the way it is. Okay, so I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just describing it to you. It has been like that, polygamy, and it still is. Look how many women that President Trump is having sex with. Harvey Weinstein is having sex with. Matt Lauer, Tiger Woods, whoa, whatever. It's all polygamous, okay? I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying it's the way it is. Because girls, women, they love money, power, and fame. Guys, yeah, they're promiscuous. Men, promiscuous. They want to have sex with as many women as possible. Whether you are a man or whether you are an animal, bison, bear, elk, tiger, lion. It doesn't matter. Okay, it's just the way it is. Okay, so I'm just describing it to you, how it is, how it was, how it has been. But is it how it will be? Well, we don't know. Okay, because I don't. Because I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not even a prophet. I'm just an observer. Okay, so something I noticed in the past, studying this human history. Okay, it will be that way. I don't know. I cannot tell. Okay, do I want it to be? No. I believe in monogamy. Okay, so I believe in love. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so 1400, this guy unified. I mean, not unified. The Shilla people unified by setting out this Chinese territory back to China. The North Korean guy renamed it after the coup d'etat. Korea, which became the eponymous name of Korea. And this southwestern guy, my ancestor, Paek guy, he renamed it again and he outlasted two of them combined. Okay, it's eastern and northern motherfuckers combined. Okay, so he lasted 500 years. So he's the most well known Korean in Korean history. Okay, so because his son, youngest son, his eldest son gave this kingdom to his youngest brother, very saintly, and he happened to be my ancestor. Okay, 19th up ancestor. Yeah, I think his name was Ibange or something like that. Okay, and he gave this kingdom to his youngest brother. Okay, so very saintly, very Jesusian, self-sacrificial kind of. So his youngest brother, yeah, led this effort, exercised leadership of invention of Korean language, Korean character, alphabet, Hangul, okay, and a lot of other scientific invention, okay, because he's the descendant of this southwestern Korean peninsula, very creative, very liberal, very creative, scientific, artistic kind of guy, okay, but he kind of died young, okay. It's, one of Korean folklore says he had too many concubines, too many wives, so he exhausted himself in sexual intercourses. Okay, this is one of the rumors. Okay, so but he kind of died young. Okay, but he accomplished so many different things. That's why he's the most highly regarded Korean hero, even today. Okay, he's in the top bill, Korean currency, $10 bill in Korean won currency. Okay, there's nothing higher than that. Okay, so all right, so and then there's the $10 Korean bill and $5 Korean bill and $1 Korean bill and then one dime Korean coin. They all share the same family name, last name as mine. Okay, so when I was in South Korea, in Seoul, South Korea, when I was in high school, I pointed that out because it was a project of Korean history. I decided to go it alone. I think there was this option to go it alone or do it as a group project, but I decided to go it alone because I like control. I'm like Mr. Kim Jong Un or President Trump or Herr Hitler. I like control. I want to be the absolute dictator, despot, tyrant. That's what I want to be. And I'm running for president in 2020. Do you want to be dictated by me? Then vote for me. You want your freedom, then vote for President Trump, vote for some Democratic, Joe Biden or whoever. Okay, so because when I'm the president, you're not gonna have any freedom because I want control. Okay, so I'm what kind of stupid idiot, crazy idiot say that to Americans? I'm not exactly American, okay? I'm Korean American, okay? So I have some third world, this developing world savagery in me, okay? Just like this Texas Hispanic bitch working for, voluntarily working for Wikipedia, which is very nice of her because she's not getting paid, probably. Maybe she's getting paid, I don't know. But yeah, whatever. Yeah, I have some third world, developing world country mentality in me. Kind of underdeveloped savagery. I have that shit. Okay. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have some of that. Okay. So I spent almost 2 decades in a developing country, Seoul, South Korea. So I have that some of that. Okay. So, you've seen me doing that shit, right? Third world country, developing country, savagery. You've seen me doing that, right? So, but I'm not gonna kill you. I'm not gonna threaten you, okay? Because at the same time, I'm lawyer on paper in America, okay? So I know how to do things without resorting to physical violence, okay? So I'm half developing country savagery, and the other half of me is very well developed country nuances in this sophistication and more refined Western. I have that too. Okay, I'm half and half. Like I'm a half liberal, half conservative. I'm half third world developing country. The other half of mine is very well Western, developed, evolved, civilized, enlightened, kind of nice and kind and gentle. Okay, so I have both. Okay, so you may see me as the worst of both worlds or the best of the both worlds. It's up to you. Okay, you're the voter. Okay, so no matter what you decide, I will respect it. Okay, but I may call you a good person or I will never call you a stupid individual. Okay, or evil, bad individual because it's not your fault, even if you made some bad decision. But I may call you that you're possessed by Satan. Okay. I'll reserve that right. Okay. I will never call you a bad person or stupid person, but if you don't vote for me in 2020 November, I reserve the right to call you a possessed person by Satan. Okay, so I have to reserve this right. Okay, I have my constitutional free speech right too. Okay, so okay. It's time to take a break. Okay, so I'll tell you more about Korean history, interaction between Korea and China and Japan. I have to name. I have to tell you about this story about this one dime Korean coin currency. There's this general in 1500s, 1600s or 1700s who share the same last name as mine, okay? Who share the same ancestry of this 1400 rebellious coup d'etat general who started Joseon dynasty that lasted 500 years. Okay, that's the longest dynasty in Korean history. Okay, my ancestor and this. So about 100 years later, after this coup d'etat guy, there was this Korean Navy admiral who fended off this Japanese invasion to Korea. His name is, I'm not gonna tell you his first name because his first, I mean, I'm not gonna tell you his last name because his last name is same as mine. Okay. He's a Navy admiral in Korea who defeated Japanese Navy. Okay. His last name is same as mine because we share the same common denominator, common ancestor. Okay. But his family name is same as mine, but his given name, his first name is Sun Shin, Mr. Sun Shin. Okay, so he defeated almighty Japanese Navy. Okay, he's very inventive. He's the descendant of this southwestern Korean peninsula. Very inventive, very scientific, very liberal. Okay, very progressive. He defeated this Japanese Navy with smaller number of people because he worked smarter, not harder. Okay, so I'm very proud that I share the same family name as this gentleman, this general, not general, admiral. He's the top of, he's the chief of this this Korean Navy in 1500s or 1600s or 1700s, something like that. Okay, it's like my uncle. Okay, we share the same family name. Okay, so exceptional man. After break, we'll talk about this fine Korean Navy admiral. Okay, who fended off Japanese Navy. Okay, so we'll talk about him. Okay, after break. All right. I hope you are having fun. Do you understand a single word coming out of my mouth? Like what Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, Rush Hour. Okay. I love that movie. I love that franchise, by the way. Maybe that's what I'm gonna watch after this recording. Okay. Yeah, Rush Hour, man. It's Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker are fantastic. Maybe I'll watch one of that episode. Okay, so after this recording, we have 30 minutes left. Okay, so yeah. You see, I'm drunk. Can't you see? But yeah, I can balance myself. Okay. Because I know this Chinese drunken style. Okay. Let me show you. I also learned some yoga from my friends. And I came up with my own yoga style. I would call it martial yoga. Okay? I'll share it with you. Right? You ready? Okay. It's like martial art plus yoga. Yoga is from India, right? Martial arts from China. So martial yoga. Okay, you do like this. Okay, front kick. Okay, and then you do side kick. Right? And you do back kick. And you do it like crane style, eagle style balance. Right?
Yeah. Like, so front kick, you balance with your two hands. Side kick, you balance with two arms like that, right? And back kick, you balance with two arms. Right? Yeah, I'm drunk. I get it. Take five, okay? Okay, we're back. Do I have any glasses? Yeah, my glasses right here. So, we're doing some history. Okay, so yeah, there's this dime, Korean dime, this general. Okay, who fended off this Japanese fucking invasion in 1500s. Okay, so he was descendant of this rebellious Korean army general, who's my ancestor. It was his ancestor too. Okay, so 100 years later, in 1500s, he fended off this Japanese army by his pure intelligence. Okay, he had like a quarter of the navy force, navy individual head count than this Japanese navy. He used this knowledge about this ebb and wave, ebb and flow in this Korean geography. Okay, so he used that knowledge and he had very inventive person. He invented this or led the effort, took the leadership of inventing this sea ship, turtle ship. Okay, and he also used this metaphysical, spiritual way of this sea turtle ship fuming out this smoke and spiky back. Uh, yeah, this Mr. Sun Shin. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you his last name because it's same as my last name. Okay, he and I we share a common ancestor, a common denominator. Yeah, this rebellious army general, Koryo dynasty. Okay, so who killed many people. Okay, very ambitious guy. Whatever. So yeah, this Mr. Sun Shin, his first name, given name. Okay, he fended off. He defended this Korean peninsula against the Japanese navy. Okay, so that's him. Okay, Mr. Sun Shin. All right. So later on, there's this Lee Yul-gok and Yi Hwang. Okay, so they are more like philosophers. Okay, so you have this and form, outer form, surface, and substance. It's kind of like this Platonic discussion about form and whatever. Okay, so form, outer form versus inner substance. Okay, so Yi Hwang and Yulgok Yi, yeah, they had scholastic philosophical debate about that. Okay, so they all share. Okay, so Yulgogi is a $5 bill. What Twege Ihwang is in a $1 bill. $10 bill 세종대왕. One dime coin Sunshin. Okay. They're all my uncles and yeah, they're all my uncles. Okay, because I have the same last name as all of them. Okay, so when I was in Seoul, South Korea, when I was like 11th grade or high school, I pointed that out. Okay, all these people in our dollar bills, $1 bill, $5 bill, $10 bill in Korean currency, $1 bill, $5 bill, $10 bill, also one dime coin, Korean coin currency. All these four people in Korean currency, in bills, paper bills, and these coins. In Korean currency, there's these four figures: $10 bill, $5 bill, $1 bill, and a dime coin, silver coin. Okay, only four people in Korean currency. They all share this last family name, is same as mine. And I said that I was just stating the fact as a 10, 10th grade or 11th grade of Seoul Korean high school. And these motherfuckers in Korean high school, man, they boo, boo, oh, no, oh. Even my teachers, boo, yeah, get out of here. You're egotist, narcissistic motherfucker. And no, I'm just stating the fact. All these people, they have the single family name. 4 people in Korean currency. I'm just stating the fact. All these 4 people, because some Korean currency have some animals. Okay, it has this. Okay, nickel coin in Korean currency is a turtle shape, invented by this Mr. Sun Shin. Okay. A penny in Korean currency, penny coin. What kind of figure does it have? I don't remember. Okay, it's some kind of animal or plant. I don't know. A dime. I think that's this Mr. Sun Shin. Okay, whose family name is same as mine. Okay. A quarter. It has this crane. Okay, so Korean quarter is like crane, animal, a bird, Korean bird with red head and white wing and some black spot, whatever. Okay, so something like that. Okay, so the objects or birds, some animals. Okay, but $1 bill is this Mr. Yi Hwang, something like that. Okay, Yi Taege or Yi Hwang. He was like kind of bi-directional. Yeah, you have this form and substance. Substance, form is bi-directional. Okay, that's what he said. And then $5 bill in Korean currency, won. Okay, Yulgok Yi. Okay, so he, yeah, he said no, it's unilateral, one direction, one way street. Okay, it's always this substance influencing, controlling the form, but not the other way. Okay, and I kind of agree with both of them. Okay, this philosophical debate. Yeah, mostly it's about one way, but sometimes it's bi-directional. Okay, and the $10 bill is Sejong Daewang. Okay, the youngest son of this fourth generation rebel, this coup d'etat guy who created this Joseon dynasty for 500 years, which lasted the longest in Korean history, any dynasty. Okay, so I mean, they all share the same first. I mean, the same family name, last name, which is also same as my last family name. Okay, it's a fact, historical fact. I just presented that in front of my Seoul, South Korean high school students, my colleagues, and my teachers, like 50 of them. Okay, it's a fact. I didn't lie. I didn't make this up. I just pointed out. They all share the same family name, which happened to be my own family name too. They are like, oh, you are egotistic. You are narcissistic, full of shit. Get out of here. So Koreans, Americans, they are no different. Okay, or anywhere in the world, they're full of their egos. You, You're so weak. You cannot overcome your ego. Okay? Just because I'm Asian and you're not Asian. If I'm smarter than you don't want me, right? Even if you're a Korean, American, just like I am. Just because I'm smarter than you, perhaps more beautiful than you, fitter than you, tattoo free, piercing free, marijuana free, plastic surgery, gay free than you are. You reject me, okay? Because you cannot overcome your egocentrism, okay? So I understand you. Because sometimes I'm like that too, because I'm also a human being, okay? So this ego, okay, you don't want to see somebody else to be better than you are. So you resist, object. I'm the same way because I'm not saint, I'm not Jesus, I'm not God, I'm not even a prophet. Yeah, but you have to overcome your egocentricity, that pressure. Okay, you should learn to be humble and sometimes acknowledge somebody else have has something to teach you. Okay, yeah, I know perhaps better more mathematics than you do, but you, if you are some Mexican 5-year old kid, you have more knowledge about Spanish than I do. Okay, so we, everyone, you, me, everybody else, have something to teach and learn. We're all human beings. We should be willing to learn and teach to each other and from each other. Okay, so that's all I have to say. Okay, so thank you. Good night. Bye.